There was a storm of light and an excruciating sense of tearing. Angron thudded to the ground, but it was no longer covered in snow. His knee smashed down, cracking a floor of shining mosaic tile. The scent of blood was gone, replaced by stale ozone. His eyes stung from a sudden golden light, not from the weak sun of Nuceria, but a constellation of floating orbs, gifting illumination to an immense vaulted chamber. The largest of them hung at the center of the chamber, a brilliant sphere of radiance like a captured star. Angron recognized it as the source of the voice. Priceless artworks covered the halls, taking pride of place between torn banners and a myriad of exotic weapons. The floor shook beneath Angron, and his ears itched from the electric thrum of machinery. He fought to shake off the disorientation and realized he was not alone. A phalanx of golden armored warriors surrounded him, each holding a crackling halberd longer than they were tall. Seconds before, Angron had been in the center of a battlefield, and the butcher's nails were still in command of him. He saw strangers on all sides of him, brandishing weapons. The nails saw blood, begging to be spilled. The closest of the Golden Warriors took one step further, and Angron killed him for it. The blink of an eye was all it took before he cast the corpse to the ground, torn in half from collar to groin by his bare hands. The others advanced, their halberds at his throat and spasming with angry chains of lightning. Angron found a dozen weaknesses in each of them, angles left open and postures vulnerable. He would make this entire room red until you couldn't see the gold. He would cease! Angron cried out at the renewed invasion of his consciousness. The nails rebelled against it and did the only thing they had the ability to do. He fell to his knees, stomach clenching as it sent a torrent of blood-laced vomit onto the deck. The searing light he believed a caged sun was in fact a being. Angron saw the silhouette of a man, or at least the shape of one, at its center, the source of the voice stabbing into his skull. The Golden Warriors backed away in an instant, parting to allow the Emperor to come closer. Angron snarled, the very proximity of the entity causing his nails to bite.
Where am I?
He managed to hiss between clenched teeth. You are on my ship, away from that planet.
My brothers,
Angron glared up.
my sisters, where?
What has been done to you is regrettable. What transpired below was regrettable. But we have not the time. You are meant for far grander things than a mere servile war. The arrogance of the voice, the preening familiarity of it, roused Angron's ire to boiling.
If you are so mighty, why not help us? Why not step down from your golden palace here, down into the mud where the real struggle is born out? Instead, you rip me from my destiny, from the only chance I ever had to grasp serenity, to fall as a free man beside those with whom I twisted the rope and cast off the shackles.
Because I am the Emperor, and my eyes are set upon this galaxy, all her stars and worlds, and not simply the wars of tyrants of any single one. So shall your eyes be set, as you take up the mantle you were brought into this life to bear, the mantle of Primarch, to command your legion and unite the stars beneath my banner. Something cold and crumbling welled up inside Angron at those words. It was the same snickering realization he'd had on the cliff. The reason why this Emperor, this blazing, incomprehensible being, had robbed him of a noble death. Why he hadn't let Angron fall with his brothers and sisters as he'd sworn he would. He needed Angron, just like the High Riders did. Blood sport on the hot dust conquest of the galaxy, it was all the same. Two different masters, but in the end, Angron was always the slave.
I died down there,
Angron said bitterly, drawing the radiant Emperor into his fiery gaze.
with my brothers and sisters, freezing, starving, and free. Emperor or no, creator or no, all you will ever get of me is a shell. The ghost of Angron, who never left Nuceria.
The Emperor looked back at him, expressionless and aloof. Angron felt static crawl over his skin, and the reek of ozone flood his nose. Then a ghost will have to suffice.